Hi everyone and Happy New Year. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are discussing the top 10 movies of 2021. Bear in mind that this is my list. It's not, professional or anything like that. It is going to be biased. It is going to be based on my personal taste. So feel free to use the comment section to tell me how right or wrong I am. Before we go any further though, could you be a dear? Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It helps me and the channel massively, and we thank you if you do. Let's begin with number 10. Gunpowder Milkshake didn't get the love that it deserves. This was a fun, original, memorable roller coaster of an action flick. Karen Gillan was superb, as was the rest of the cast, and the dead arm shootout is still one of my favourite action set pieces that I've seen in a long time. I know you haven't seen this movie because nobody saw it, but I promise you, it is a kick-ass ride. Wes Anderson is at his most Wes Anderson in The French Dispatch. This film is offbeat and quirky in all the right ways. The set design is immaculate and delivered superbly in that typical Anderson fashion. The performances were excellent, the camera techniques were experimental to a memorable level. This film tickled my artistic bones and I loved the experience it gave me. The Green Knight was a stunning movie that took Arthurian legend and brought it to life with such originality and imagination. Arguably Dev Patel's strongest performance yet. The story is much deeper and more complicated than the simple structure it's delivered in, and definitely requires more than one viewing to fully appreciate to its fullest. I, for one, was terrified when I heard that Candyman was going to be rebooted and rehashed, because the original Candyman is a superb watch and already doesn't get the love and respect that it deserves in comparison to far popular franchises like Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street. Usually these types of movies being brought back to the forefront are either nostalgia trips with nothing to offer or say, or such a deviation from the original that it feels like the original is being desecrated. Thankfully, this reboot/sequel is very respectful of the predecessor and cleverly intertwines the stories in a simple and believable way. The scares are chilling, the cinematography is class. Sadly, I don't think the ending works as well as it could have, but I still found the film hugely enjoyable. One Night in Miami was an interesting film with a lot to say, and it discusses it at length without bias. The performances are very respectful and nicely done, and the setting was immersive in that 12 Angry Men style, where I felt like I was in the room with them and having this debate. It won't be everyone's cup of tea, it is slow and it is dialogue heavy, but I personally really appreciated what this film was trying to achieve, and I felt it did so, and did so very well. Saul Goodman meets John Wick. It shouldn't work, and yet it really, really does. This was a great performance from Bob Odenkirk. I loved the character he was playing and the simple realities of the world he lives in. Despite being a very effective hitman with a mysterious backstory, the writing makes the character so relatable and the action was superb. I highly recommend this one for a quiet Friday night in. Lamb is probably the weirdest film I saw all year, but it had me hooked from start to finish and really stayed with me after the fact. So much of this film is metaphorical or suggestive and really open to interpretation. I love films that do that and leave wiggle room despite the many potential obscure clues. I felt the unsettling nature of the film, I loved the sound design, and I thought the little lamb human hybrid was handled superbly when it could have easily been disastrous. I, for one, will be hunting this one down on Blu-ray as soon as it's available. Now to the important ones, the top 3. This wasn't quite so easy to narrow down. But nonetheless, in third place, taking the bronze medal for 2021, Judas and the Black Messiah was a poignant true story that needed to be told, and this movie told it beautifully with fantastic performances all round and incredible cinematography throughout. The dialogue is sharp, the story is tight and outright shocking at times, and the message hits home powerfully. I truly appreciate the way Lakeith Stanfield's character was written and portrayed. He felt human and not judged for his actions in the film, but understood as to how he found himself in this predicament. This movie packs a real punch that haunted me as the end credits rolled. I'm so glad to have heard this very important story, and as hard as a watch it is, I am recommending it to you. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Taking the silver medal for 2021. What can I say about No Way Home that hasn't already been said? This was such a fun ride to watch and watch again. It's a bit of a broad statement, but this is the most fun experience I had in a cinema in 2021. The reveal of Garfield and Maguire will never be forgotten and felt so worth the wait. The nostalgia of past Spider-Man films were ever present and used to further develop our current Spider-Man. Just as I thought I was all MCU'd out, they pull me straight back in again. And your winner for Best Movie of 2021 is... Stunning, immersive, creative, strikingly memorable. I could sit here and just list off compliment after compliment about this movie. Denis Villeneuve filmed the unfilmable. After all these years, Dune is finally being given the full justice it deserves. I felt like I was right there with them. When the sand blew, I almost instinctively shielded myself from the storms. It was that immersive, and I only want to explore this universe further. I can't wait to see part 2. There you have it. They are the top 10 movies of 2021. In my humble opinion. Thank you for watching this review. Please be sure to hit the like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And of course, hit that comment section and tell me where I'm right and where I'm wrong. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you on the next review.